Okay, so I'm going to focus on adding plants that he liked rather than trying to take away ones they don't, because I'm struggling to edit the building a bit. I don't know why it won't allow me to, but I'm not going to mess with it too much. So let's just go back to the plants and just put loads of bamboo in, okay? It's a panda enclosure. That's all you need. Broken cherry blossom. Well, that won't get too much in the way of things, will it? Put that back up there somewhere. Let's find a nice place for it. Over here. Little cherry stump. And what I should hopefully be able to do is to look at the environment and just see if they're happy with it. They're happy, getting happier with the plant coverage now. There's some bracken in here, because that's always quite cool. A little bit of ground cover. Put it in some strategic places. I like the bracken. No, that's not doing too much for them. Let's have a look at the bamboo. Is that doing lots? Oh, that's the coverage, is it? Yes, we haven't added much stuff. Cherry blossom tree. That's quite a nice place for that. Now, how are you feeling about it? Oh, they're feeling good. Okay. They're feeling good about the plants and good about the coverage. So if I go back to overview, we're now on plants. 88%. What did we need to get to, Nancy? Was it 90? Might just need one more little thing. How about another little cherry blossom tree over this side? Maybe over here. Yeah.
Good news.
Yay!
Our new female pandas have been given a clean bill of health. You'd best move them into the new habitat so they can settle in. And I hope you've made their habitat as comfy as possible, because
Yes.
animals will only breed if they're happy.
Yes, they should be super happy in there. It looks really pretty as well, actually. I love the cherry blossom trees. It fits the zoo nicely. Okay. Let's move these dudes. So if I go to my zoo panel, it's probably going to be the easiest. Hello! We have researched souvenir shops in the time that I was doing all of that. Wonderful. I'm going to leave that for now because there's nothing telling me to do more research. Obviously, in franchise mode, I'd be constantly doing research. Where was I? Zoo. And animals. And I want my female pandas that are sitting in quarantine. So you and you and you are all sitting in quarantine. They need to be moved to the new enclosure. What? Let me just double check this. Really? Do I have to click on I have to do it all in the right way, not the easy way that I would have done it. And we move, and I'll move them to the new habitat, and it'll be exactly the same as had I done it through the zoo panel. This is why I love tutorials sometimes.
Oh, bless. I think they'll be really
Should've
happy in there. Fingers crossed we'll see some lovely new cubs sooner rather than later. Right.
Panda
Now they're being
cubs.
delivered, we'd better get on with something else. Oh, dear me. There's never any time to rest when you're running a zoo, is there?
No.
Well, unless you hit the pause button.
And then go get a cup of tea.
Okay, I think it's time I taught you all about work zones. I know, they don't sound as interesting as the animals, but trust me,
They're useful.
ever so useful. You see, work zones are a way of making sure that your staff concentrate on specific habitats or tasks within the zoo, so they aren't wandering off elsewhere when it's time to feed the animals or the like. So let's start by creating a new work zone and then assigning a keeper to it so that they know to look after the new pandas. To do that, go into the zoo section, then click on staff and then work zones.
think I need to make a new keeper, possibly. So we'll go and put a new keeper in. Oh, you've got a path, don't you? Right.
Then click on your new keeper to bring up their information panel and go to their employment tab.
Whoa, he's going too fast. Running away. So I'm going to pause it while he does that. And then I need to go to information tab. Employment
At the
tab.
bottom, you can assign them to your new work zone from the drop-down menu.
So we already have some work zones. I am going to need to make a new one because I didn't do what she told me to. There we are. That's how I can make one. I need to rename it as well. So, whoop, 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 whoop. Just zoom out a little bit more as well. So this now is my work zone. So it includes the panda habitat and a small keeper hut and a small staff room. That makes sense. Can I rename you? Oh man, I'm messing up. Okay, it will. Oh no, there we are. So panda habitat, new panda habitat probably because you know we want to differentiate from the old one. Cool. No, new panda habitat. I may have to just press enter after I've typed. There we are. Perfect. So then I can
let's hire a new keeper and assign them to our new work zone. We don't want them getting distracted by other goings on in the zoo.
Okay.
Go on, hire one.
Okay. This just got a little bit weird.
Now that we've got our lovely new Just a Memento shop designed, you should build one of them near the zoo's exit. That way the guests won't miss it on their way out and we won't miss out on their money.
Okay, so we've assigned the keeper to panda habitat. Open facilities. Go to guest facilities. Go to merchandise to find Just a Memento. I can't talk. Just a Memento. That's fantastic. Just a Memento and Looney Balloons. Okay. Am I supposed to be putting it somewhere particular? In here, apparently. So now I know a little bit more about how to get things to fit. Hopefully I shouldn't have so much trouble. Right. So, add 2. I think I want to rotate it. There we are. And then pull it down. No. So I have to click to put it in before I...
Ever so wonderful that is.
Let go shift.
Anyway,
okay.
I'm
Silver
just off for a
medal.
moment, but I'm sure I'll have some more jobs for you to look at shortly.
Seems to me that I always, like, it takes me 20 minutes to do the first medal.
Those pandas look just
25 to do the second, and then a million years to do the gold
medal. I
medal.
can see why people keep foolishly forgetting that they're wild bears.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to forget
And
that.
good work on that new gift shop branding. Just a memento. Very clever. Much better than our old overpriced gifts branding. I'm all for truth in advertising, but it was perhaps a little on the nose.
Yeah, just a bit. Okay, let's continue and see what else Nance wants us to do.
Right. I'd like you to increase the number of different species in the zoo. Now, you can find out what species are already in your zoo by going into the zoo section and then into the animals area. And if you're wondering how you're going to fit them all in, then mixed species habitats are a great way to save space and create interesting habitats. Just make sure to check the Zoopedia to find out which species enjoy living together. E.g., don't mix lions with antelopes.
Oh, really? Okay, so what I can do is put a load of stuff like, we don't have any ostriches or anything like that in there yet, so we could just go to the sable antelope's pen and give it some friends, because it's going to want some. I think they're quite sociable animals. And we can give them some extra. Okay, I will actually just go and just look at the sable antelope. Hello. Let's go find you. I'm getting so much better at finding things, so much better at building things. Still not perfect, but much better than I was. So this area is the sable antelope's area. And I imagine that it's probably got a lot more area than it needs. Oh, let's actually just go and find the actual sable antelope and just find out how much it is, how happy it is, and all that stuff. Hello, dude. No, I didn't really want to go into the camera. I just wanted to see your stuff, your stats and things. So, it's probably going to be a little bit unhappy with this social. Oh no, it's like totally happy. How? I can still put some ostriches in with you, right? I think. Anyway, how many species does Nance wants us to add? Oh, why do I keep thinking that's my thing? 3 more. Place buildings to increase guest happiness. Receive a zoo inspection report with a star rating of 2.5. And get some guest buildings in. Okay, cool. So I'm going to just put a few more different species into here, basically. I'm just going to go buy some. Let's have a look and see if there's any other like antelopes and things that I can put in. Pangolin. They did alright with ostriches though in there as well. I am not seeing any ostriches today. There are more sable antelopes. Oh, maybe some springboks. If there's any of them left. What? What do you mean there's none left? Why would it even be in there to start with then? Rah! I think buffalo's going alright. A gems bok will probably go in nicely. But apparently there's none of them. Why would you let me filter it if they weren't even there? I don't get it. I might just have to look through the any species and just try and... Wildebeest? Look at the Zoopedia on that then. They're no longer endangered. Fantastic. Maybe get a warthog. Okay, why don't we buy a warthog and a wildebeest. And we'll just see how they do. Warthog and a wildebeest, not a bear. And then maybe we could put some tortoises in with them. I'll have a couple of them. And that'll be our 3 species. Let's see if we can get those to work anywhere in the zoo then. So they're waiting in my trade center right now. So they all need to really go to quarantine. Ideally. Quarantine. So, let's go to animal trading again. And we go to trade animal storage. Sorry. We get all of these guys. We're going to move them all Really? I don't want to move them here. I want to move them to quarantine. Meh. Can I not just say move them to quarantine? Apparently not. So let's go over to quarantine, I guess. And then we'll move them in. That really sucks. Why did that not work? Am I still in like some weird camera mode? No, I'm not. So if I go to facilities, is there a way I can just look at my facilities and move straight to them? Facilities. And then you can go to anywhere you want. Staff facilities, quarantine small, and then move to it. That's a much easier way to find it than just looking around the zoo. And I want to try and find ways to do things rather than being like, oh, gotta look around the zoo, my massive, huge 2 million building zoo, and look for one building. No, don't want to do that. That sucks. So, we're gonna go to zoo, and we're gonna go to animals, and we're gonna go to... No, we're not. We're gonna go to animal trading. And we're gonna go to all of these animals. We're gonna go move. And we're gonna move them all to quarantine. Wonderful! And then we're gonna play. So while they're all relocating to quarantine, and I'm having a little play around with that, I'm gonna have a look at my low welfare animals. Why is your welfare low? Because I spent a long time making you happy. You have nutrition issues. Well, well. Why would that be? He gave you a feeding platform. Let's have a look. We'll probably keep it to the habitat, see if they will put some bamboo on there, maybe. Okay, I'm just going to have a look in the habitat and just make sure I've given them the correct food allocation. Because there was a thing in here about their food, wasn't there? Animals. Grade 3 food quality. Ah, yay! Hello. Why have I got protesters? Are you eating now, guys? Yeah. So he's a happy little panda then. That's good. So now we've got 3 in quarantine as well. We're a little unhappy. Animal alerts. Okay. Zoo alerts. My vet research is complete. Okay. Wonderful. Let's research some stuff for the panda. Because we are at level 7. We need to be at level 10. Okay, so all my tortoises and stuff have arrived in the zoo. So. And all their quarantines have been passed as well. So that's fantastic. I think if I go to zoo, animals, quarantine, I can see who's in there. Possibly. Oh no. I'll open and close it. Alright then. So all these guys that are in quarantine, I can see them here. And I've still got 1 tortoise ready to go. I want them all to go to my new habitat, but I need to find the new habitat first. The antelope habitat. So let's actually go to zoo. Let's go to animals. Let's go and find... Let's scroll through the list a bit. Find the sable antelope. Which was right there the whole time. Then go to zoo. Then go to all the animals that are in quarantine. And have apparently passed. And then move them to here. And that should give me enough species to help with that. And then I need to go to the zoo and I just need to go and do what I did last time. and see which animals seem to be the least happy with their welfare. So you can sort it by welfare. And it looks to me like the flamingos are the ones suffering the most at the moment. So let's go to the flamingo pen and see what we can do to help them out. The meal quality is terrible, apparently. And their enrichment is awful. So, let's see what flamingos like to have for enrichment. Flamingos.
I'm sure you know by now how to make your animals happy. So you'd best get that sorted before the inspector
doing
gets
it
here.
already, okay?
Sorry, did I not mention there was an inspector coming? Oh dear.
Well, everyone's pretty happy. It's just these flamingos. They don't seem to be very happy at all. So are they just flamingos? Of course they're not just flamingos. That'll be blue flamingos. Greater flamingos. Okay, G for greater flamingo. Yeah. Right, so there's a few things they quite like. They like their herb enrichment thing. I'll give them one of those. So it should have helped a bit. And they like sprinklers. Do we have water here? No, they don't. So let's have... Oh, right. Okay. I will give them some food enrichment as well. I'll give them a forage pool. Oh no, they already have one of those. Okay. They don't have an awful lot, do they? Maybe we need to research them a bit more then. Poor flamingos. Oh, there's a pangolin sitting in a box, apparently. I have no idea why that would be. Let's unbox you. And there's a giant tortoise in quarantine ready to go. Okay. Move you to the other habitat. Where is it gone? I never find anything unless I've built the zoo. So if it's a zoo that's not mine, I really struggle. I think it's around here, isn't it? Yeah, it's this one. Right, so move you to the sable antelope then. The more I play, the more I'm going to find quick ways to do things, but it's going to take a little while to work it out. Alright, so now I need... Oh, apparently the average welfare is already 88%. So what I'm actually going to do is, I know it's a bit cheeky, but I'm going to go on the welfare button. And I'm going to see who really is struggling. Why are you struggling? Let's go and see you. Go say hello. Right. So what's up? What's up, dude? Little dude? Don't have any social? Well, your social dude's... Your social's going to sort itself out very soon. You're a bit stressed. You don't have any food enrichment. So let's have a look at a Galapagos tortoise food enrichment, shall we? They like a dog ball, apparently. That's fine. Has that helped? Right, good. So, and also a block of frozen fruit will apparently help them considerably. Right, good. I'll look at social then. Oh, the other tortoise is in, so that's great. That's helped a lot. Fantastic. How are we doing now? Still 88%. The problem is there's so many of those flamingos that they are going to cause an issue. But again, I'm just going to keep going from the bottom upwards, welfare-wise. So the tortoises are really happy now. The flamingos are still a bit unhappy. I can't do a ton to help the flamingos without doing a bit more research, I think. I can increase their food, maybe. Maybe I need to give them water so I can just give them more enrichment. That's probably going to help. Let's have a look at the water. Utilities. Water treatment. Do we have any water treatment at all? We do already have water treatment. Okay. So we should have water in the flamingo pen. I believe. Mm. So why won't it let me have any of the water stuff then? Or will it? Am I being silly here? Enrichment items. Oh, the greater flamingo ones. But it looked to me like there wasn't water, and that was why they couldn't have sprinklers and things. Oh, it's got a temperature thing on. Is that what it is? Okay. Give them a sprinkler. Is that working? Yay! They seem happy with that. Awesome.
Looks like you've got everything humming away
see?
nicely.
Just had to give the flamingos a sprinkler. That was all it was.
Oh, well, it seems that with our new pandas and other species, we've attracted lots and lots of new guests. Let's work on making sure those guests are kept happy. That means making sure they have great views of the animals, lots of places to buy food and drink, and, well, lots of places to get rid of food and drink. Toilets. You should think carefully about where to put your guest facilities, though. For instance, don't put all of the food shops in the same place. Just look at how the guests are distributed around the park and put your facilities where they'll be needed the most.
Yeah.
As long as you remember to pay attention to what the guests are thinking, you'll soon have a handle on what everyone wants.
I don't understand why their forage pool isn't being filled. That's a bit strange. I have an itchy ear, and I literally trying to move my headphones out of the way to scratch my ear, and I knocked them off my head. Because, again, I am a She-Lab Pro. Right, so we want to make lots of nice guest facilities. We would like to place a chief beef, a cosmic cow, an information centre, and a toilet block. Shouldn't be too hard. Did it say where they need to be? Not really. We've got a concentration of guests though. So I think maybe a food and drink shop around here where there's a lot of guests. An awful lot of guests around by the tortoises and things. Okay. Can I put it on the other side? No. I don't really want to block the view. Ooh, it's going to be hard to find places to put things here. Ah, up here maybe, but then there's no one there. There's already some food and drink things there. Okay. I'm looking at where would be a good place. I mean, it's not really telling me that I have to put it in a particularly great place. But maybe here? There's quite a lot of people walking around here, I suppose, you know. Mind you, there's next to this gift shop there's a space, so I can maybe put one in there. Let's try putting a chief beef in here. So I need to go facilities, guest facilities. Chief beef. I'm going to add it to that group. And then I want to rotate it. And then I want to bring it down. Boom. Chief beef. So we've done that one. So I want a place that I can put a nice little drink stall. I can put a complete drinks shop down for Gulpy Soda. I imagine it's a Gulpy Soda. Oh no, it's a cow milkshake. Cosmic Cow. Cosmic Cow. But just for the sake of the tutorial, I can just put them down as boxes. It really doesn't matter too much. Put a Cosmic Cow over there, for example. So in a nicely done non-tutorial style thing, I would get a nice little outer shell, and I would put all my stuff in it, and it'll all look cute. But it's the tutorial, so I can't be bothered. So, toilet block and an information center. Information center would be actually quite good around here because it's right near the entrance. There's a tree in the way though. And a toilet block. That's huge. That's slightly smaller. That's huge. That's better.
Oh, sounds like the inspector's almost here.
Fantastic.
Now, I fully expect you to pass with flying colours. Anything less, and I might have to organise a little job exchange scheme for you with whoever's mucking out the pandas.
I don't want to muck out the pandas. Stupid Nancy. So how do I get a zoo report of 2.5 or above? I do not know. Is there anything about inspections in here? Zoo overview. Inspection report. I just gotta wait for the inspector to come, I guess. So I'll just make it really fast. I mean, my guests are 81% happy and my animals are over 90% happy and my staff are 95% happy. Average animal welfare 4.5 stars. My marketing is terrible, but most of the rest of it seems pretty good, so I don't imagine the inspection would be bad. When is the inspector coming? Nancy, you said the inspector was coming. When are they coming? Oh, I see. I see. All right. So he's going around all these different pens. Oh. So I can try and make the stuff that he's going to look at good. I imagine they're all fine, but... Oh, he's going to see Gue, so I'm glad. Yeah, oh no, he's really happy with the pangolin. Can I follow him around? Where's the inspector? He's leaving the zoo. Did he see the antelope? Oh, one of my tortoises was dehydrated. But that was the worst thing that happened. So that wasn't a bad inspection. I will need to sort that out though. However, it's not asking for a huge star rating.
Goodness. You know, I really can't believe
4
just how
stars.
much you've come on during our time together. It goes to show, Bernie's got a keen eye for talent. Oh, and speaking of Bernie, he's not finished with you yet. He's got a new job for you.
I bet he does.
Canada.
Canada?
I get the feeling that you'd best pack a warm coat.
Alright then.
Oh, listen, it's been wonderful getting to know you, and I'm sure we'll meet again. But in the meantime, good luck.
Cool. So we are getting a little quicker at completing all
I've
of
been
these.
told that there are smiles on the
tutorials.
faces of all of the guests. That's a real testament to the hard work you've put into this place. And if anything, I hear the animals look even happier.
Yay!
Although, in all honesty, it's hard to tell with the pandas. They're so enigmatic.
There we are.
I'm told
You
that
hear it here
Lin Lin's
first.
quite the character, though. Oh, she's really been a hit with the visitors. You could even say the business is bam booming. And fingers
It
crossed,
just keeps going.
we might even be able to feature pandas at some of my other zoos. Now that you've shown everyone we know how to cater for their welfare.
I know how to
I
cater for
shouldn't be
everyone's welfare.
surprised, though. After all, you've become a
Do
very
research,
capable
put stuff in
trainee
pen.
zoo manager. I suspect there isn't a single task I could throw at you which you wouldn't handle with aplomb. That said, I think the next one's gonna be a bit of a curveball.
Oh, yes? Well, I guess we'll have to see that next time. So I hope you enjoyed my little trip to the panda zoo. I enjoyed it. I like pandas. They're so cute. And there was a cute panda cub. And I'm hoping that in the upcoming... it's going to stop being tutorial now, I believe. And it's going to start being a little bit more challenging. I have learned tons from the tutorials, though, so I'm really glad I went through them. It's taught me a little bit more about how to build, how to work with the more finicky bits of building. I might try and sort of start constructing things for myself soon. And just generally carrying on looking after this wonderful, wonderful animal park. Well, probably a different one, but you know. And I'll be interested to see what that curveball is. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you would like to see more, then please subscribe. I'll let you know when the videos are out. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime, though, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.